What's up, you guys? Welcome to our upper body day today. We're going to jump right into our warm-up. We've got 2 rounds, 8 reps each exercise. We have got band pull-aparts, we've got snow angels, and shoulder taps. So for our band pull-aparts, make sure you've got a thin, large band. All right, and my palms up. Think about my thumbs going apart from each other. I'm going to pull apart and come together. As I pull apart, I'm thinking about squeezing my shoulder blades together and then coming together, okay? So let's go ahead and get 8 of these in right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. For our snow angels, you're going to want a lighter pair of dumbbells or weights, or you can do it just body weight, just with your hands, okay? For these, we're going to start with our hands together. Palms are going to be facing forward. Then we're going to come out. When we get to a T, rotate, and palms facing away. Back down, facing towards me, and coming together. And I'm using my thumbs more as like a cue or an indicator. So thumbs down, thumbs up, overhead. Thumbs down, back to my side, okay? If I have a weight, it's just like flipping the weight, okay? Coming out, flip, coming back together. All right, so let's go ahead and do our first 8 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome. And then shoulder taps. So we're in a high plank, okay? If the high plank is hard to hold, drop to your knees and just cross those legs, okay? We're in a high plank. We're going to tap opposite hand to opposite shoulder. All right, we're going to go 8 each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, standing back up. Grab that band. 8 band pull aparts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Grab your light weights for those snow angels. Remember, start with your palms facing you. We're going to come out, palms face away, overhead. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then finishing out our warm-up in that high plank, shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Get a sip of water. Now for our upper body strength day, we're going to do 4 rounds, okay? We have got standing dumbbell presses. We've got bent over alternating dumbbell rows. We have got push-ups, and then front raises, and then we're ending out with lateral raises, okay? So you'll need 1 to 2 pairs of dumbbells, a heavier set of dumbbells, medium to heavy-ish for the presses and the rows, and then a lighter pair of dumbbells for your front raises and your lateral raises, okay? Now to go over each of these. For my standing presses, feet are together, elbows are at about 45, okay? 90, 45, 180. Want them in the middle, okay? And I'm just pressing them together straight over my head. Think elbows to ears. Boom, boom. Those are our standing presses. We're not using our legs, so try to refrain from having to dip at all and make sure it's a weight that you can do without your legs, okay? For my bent over rows, okay? It's gonna be at my side. I'm gonna RDL down or just hinge at my hips down, keeping my back straight. I'm going to row with one and then row with the other. So back and forth, thinking of pulling it straight back. And we're going 8 each side on those. Then for the push-ups, you can do these off a wall, off a chair if you need to. You can do them on your knees on the floor, or you can do them in a high plank. Big thing to remember with these though, is I want to keep my elbows in and close to my rib cage and coming out, okay? I don't want them flaring out in and close to my rib cage, okay? So meet yourself where you're at. If keeping your elbows in means doing it off of a chair or off of a wall to start with, do that, okay? Meet yourself where you're at, and then next week, push yourself to go at a lower incline or to do as many as you can, regular push-ups, and then drop to your knees, okay? But I'm in my high plank, keeping my elbows close to my rib cage and pushing straight up. This is protecting my shoulders, getting my triceps and some of my chest as well. 8 of those. Then, remember grabbing a lighter pair of dumbbells. Front raises. The dumbbells are going to be in front of my hips, and I'm just going to raise them shoulder height and back down. 8 times. Same thing with our lateral raises, except the dumbbells are just going to be at my side. Elbows are slightly bent, straight out, come down. Shoulder height, nothing higher. And that's it. And remember, we're just using our arms today. So do a weight that you can't use your legs with. They're too light, you can't use a weight or legs with. Okay? All right, if you are ready, I am ready. Let's get after it. First set here. Remember, we got 4 sets, 4 rounds. So dumbbell press, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing. Keeping those same dumbbells with you, okay? Bring them to your hips. RDL down. Alternating rows. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Ditch those dumbbells. Find bench or wall on the floor with your knees, wherever you need to be for your push-ups. We've got 8 of them. Let's go. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, back to your lighter weight dumbbells or a plate if you have to use lighter plates. Front raises, 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deep breaths. Lateral raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. I did 10 on those. May have to do 5s for the next 3 rounds, but that's round 1, okay? Deep breaths, shake them off. Getting that water in. So in between each round, you want to rest about 30 to 45 seconds, okay? Just your body enough time to kind of recover a little bit before jumping into the next round, okay? So if you need to set yourself a timer, go ahead and do so, all right? And then jump in. And if ever you're new here or you're just like really doing upper body with more weight for the very first time, best thing I can recommend is maybe give yourself a little bit more rest. So you can pause the video. The max I'm gonna say is 60 seconds, okay? So 1 minute. So if you need to pause the video and get that minute rest in and then start back up, you absolutely can do that, okay? It's the whole reason why I do these follow along videos, so you can pause it, get the rest that you need, play it, and you're jumping into round 2 with me, okay? Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get after it with round 2. Ready? We've got shoulder press in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, 7, and 8. Awesome. Oh, keep the dumbbells with you. Almost forgot myself. Alternating dumbbell rows. Ready? 1, 2, keep your elbows back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Ditch those dumbbells. We are in our push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Standing up. Shake those arms out. Grab your plates. Ready? Front raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, bringing them to my side for my lateral raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Drop it down, get some water. We are halfway through. We're going to start round 3 here in about 15 seconds, okay? Now I encourage you, if your presses are feeling light or those rows are feeling pretty light, these last 2 rounds, go up about 5 pounds and just see how the 5 pounds feels, okay? I always encourage you, start off lighter in the first set or first round, and then increase 5 pounds, typically for upper body, 10 pounds for lower body within the next set. See how that feels. If you can keep good form and you can get through all the reps, then increase the weight again. When you start losing your form or you're failing reps, meaning you're not getting in all 8, that's when you got to go down, okay? And we really don't want to ever go down in weight. Like what I did the first round wasn't the best. Do what I say, not what I do. But we never really want to go down. We want to start light, work our way up, and then the next week, start where we kind of like the first round needs to be wherever you were on your second. So definitely keep note if you've got like a training journal or if you are using the First Form app with any of these videos, keep note in your notes section the weights that you did for each set, for each round, okay? All right, for our presses, here we go, round 3. In 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Going into alternating rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Into our push-ups. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grabbing your weights. Front raises. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lateral raises. So bringing them to our sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Get some water. We've got one more round. Oh. So again, making sure we're resting at least 30 to 45 seconds in between each round, okay? Just getting enough recovery in our system. And of course, if you need to go a little bit longer, you absolutely can, okay? 1 minute is the max though, the max. After that, your body really starts cooling down and it gets harder to kind of go back into it. It's kind of like someone compared it to running. It's like when you start running and you're in a certain zone and then you stop and then you try to get back into it again. It's like your body is like not prepared and it like kind of shocks itself a little bit. And it gets harder to get back into it. I experienced that when I ran for the first time the other day. Not ideal. And with a baby that likes to just yeet everything out of his stroller, really not ideal because there was a lot of stopping and I was not in control of that. All right. Little story time with Hope here. All right, round 4, last and final round here. Let's go shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Keep your dumbbells with you. Oh, goodness gracious. Alternating dumbbell rows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet. Into those push-up positions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Amazing. Okay. Grabbing those lighter weights, front raises. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To my side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got this. 7. One more. 8. Woo-wee! Amazing job. Okay, take about a minute to 2 minutes. I'm probably gonna go ahead and jump into it, so if you need to pause it, you absolutely can, but then we're gonna go into our core. Okay, so for our core, we've got 3 rounds. We're going to do, you guys are gonna love this, overhead marches. So overhead standing marches. We're going to do plank drag throughs, and then we're gonna finish out with good mornings, okay? We're gonna do 12 reps each exercise. For our overhead marches, it's gonna be 12 each side. For our plank drag throughs, it's 12 reps total, 6 each side. And when you see me do it, you're gonna understand why. And then 12 good mornings, okay? So for our overhead marches, you're going to have one singular dumbbell. It can really be whatever weight you want it to be. I've got a 10. And the reason for this is 1, you got to be able to hold it over your head the entire time. And 2, we're really using this as more of a cue or an influence for our core to keep everything in, okay? We're also going to use that exact same weight for your plank drag through. So really think carefully about what you're using, okay? For our overhead marches, 1 dumbbell over your head. Your arms can be slightly bent if you need to be, okay? I'm going to work on my belly breaths and really straightening and lengthening my spine, okay? So what I mean by that is belly breaths is I'm breathing in, filling my belly, so fill that belly and then breathe out. And as I breathe out, I'm pushing my belly button into my spine and I'm rotating my hips underneath me, okay? So this is set. I'm then going to put the dumbbell over my head and I am marching, bringing my leg out and up as I'm holding my core, okay? So, to better show you all what we are doing, let me try to, give me a second. Okay, we're gonna just pop that right there. Hello. So what I mean by this is breathing in, fill that belly, breathe out, and I'm locked in. So I rotate my hips underneath me, I'm pushing my belly button into my spine, and then I'm kind of lifting up in my lower core, bringing that up. So up and in, okay? And I wanna hold this through each march, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're doing 12 each side. So if holding the weight over your head is hard or it's causing you to arch your back more, I encourage you then drop the weight, have your hands kind of right in front of you, and do the marches like so, okay? As long as we're keeping this engaged, all right? For our plank drag throughs, I am in either a high plank or I'm gonna be in my beast hold, having my feet in, okay? So we're either here or we're here, all right? And my knees are slightly over the ground. I'm going to have 1 dumbbell on the outer part, rotate this way, outer part of my right hand, okay? I'm gonna reach with my left hand over, grab it, and drag it through. Then reach with my right, drag it through. Okay? 6 each side, 12 total. And then finally, same dumbbell, 12 good mornings. Placing this on just the back here. Knees are bent. I'm going to allow my chest to fall forward, and then I'm going to come up. Forward and coming up. And when I come up, I want to try to squeeze here, squeeze up. So I'm engaging my lower back muscles to bring me up. Okay? All right, if you are ready, I'm ready. 12 each side, overhead marches. Ready, breathing in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, into your plank or your beast hold, whichever one. Ready? We've got plank, drag through, 6 each side. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we did 7. Oh, my bad. 7 each side, whatever. Okay. And then standing up, 12. Good mornings. Ready? So same thing, we still want to set our core. So breathing in, breathe out. Here we go, fall forward and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Round 1 is done. 2 more to go. So for these, definitely resting just 30 seconds, okay? So I'm gonna hop into round 2. So if you need to pause it to get that full 30 seconds, go ahead, all right? If you're ready to go, let's do this. Round 2, so breathing in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And notice I'm not rushing through these. I'm taking my time and being very intentional with my movement, okay? All right, drag throughs. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only did 6 that time. All right. and 12. Good mornings. Fall forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, every one of these movements, I'm being very, very intentional. So I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing through the movements. I'm not just marching, kind of going with it. I'm being very, very intentional. Am I keeping this engaged? Am I keeping it engaged through the entire movement? Okay? So we want to take our time. Any deep core we do, you take your time. We're slow, we're intentional, we're making sure everything is still staying engaged, okay? And just like I did with the good mornings, I felt my core start to relax a little bit through. So I stopped before the next set or the next rep, redid my breathing, reset my core, so brought everything up and in, and then I kept going. And that is totally okay. If you have to stop, reset yourself, and then finish out the rest of the reps, I would rather you do that than to just go through the motion. Because the reality is, if you keep going through the motion, after a couple of weeks of this, you're going to message me and say, Hope, I don't see any results. Well, were we intentional about our movement? Did we actually make sure our core was engaged and we were using it, or were we just kind of rushing through this? That's going to be what I'm going to ask you. And most likely, most of the time, the answer is, yeah, I was rushing through it, which is normal. So that's why I'm going to keep reminding you guys until my face turns blue. Slow and intentional. Round 3. Ready? Breathing in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost there, and 12. Into our plank. Drag throughs. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Standing up. Dumbbell on the back of our shoulders. Breathing in. Breathe out. Fall forward. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, you are done. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for our workout. Bye.